Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to World of Horror. The Monolith episode had to happen eventually, so we're just gonna go quick, alright? We're gonna play Yashiro again, which does not promote being quick, but we're gonna do what we're gonna do here. And can I just say that we're not doing Knight Errant. No way in heck are we doing Knight Errant. Monolith is so weird, because it's like something that you turn on like occasionally just to see how it would look. I don't think that it's, like, indicative. I mean, look at that. That's horrible. Like, both that's, like, agonizing to look at IRL, and that's also pretty scary. And then just the main interface is just, ugh. Like, we don't have to do a Monolith episode, but we might as well do a Monolith episode. It only happens, like, once every so often, right? So, it's not a huge deal, but Strength, the second mystery, light source, charisma, and dexterity. So that's really bad. Or is it? If we get, whatchamacallit, if we get the skill that lets us get +1 to all stats, and we don't get Kana, then that can work out relatively well. The best shirt, by the way, looking good. Absolutely looking great. We could also do the monkey wrench if we wanted to. Like, I was thinking we'd do the heavy-duty flashlight, but we could do the monkey wrench. And I think I said we'd do the monkey wrench. But specifically because we have library notes, oh my god. Because we have library notes, that means that we can, whatchamacallit, we can sell them. I mean, I like that a lot, actually. I like that a lot, actually. We can sell the library notes. And, well, we'll get 4 funds, which will allow us to buy the library notes, specifically. But we can go ahead and heal up here. The 5 EXP is really nice, but... So, do we have Kana? We do not have Kana. Okay. How many roads closed mysteries do we have? We have 4 roads closed mysteries. Dear God, and we've got Yagathag. And unfortunately, we also have Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival, so unless we use it as a full heal, then what can end up happening is we can get a bunch of allies, and then that's bad, because then we lose our perk. But then again, allies can be a lot better. So I guess we'll start with botany, I suppose. We'll start with botany first as our first mystery, and we don't have to remember second enemy, right? Because it's strength, dex, charisma, second mystery, and then a light source check. So there's no second enemy or anything like that. And just look at Yagathag's eyes. They look so weird in Monolith. But anyways, we'll go ahead and we'll do the monkey wrench, or maybe not. Okay, we're definitely gonna do the monkey wrench after that. We are absolutely, thank God we don't have a knowledge check. That would be really bad. And we actually have, like, if you get the heavy-duty flashlight and the monkey wrench in the same store, it's probably, like, one of the best shops you can get. Maybe having the pocket knife there, too, would be really nice as well. But, reject knowledge, embrace monkey. So, do not investigate. It's actually really hard to see, kind of, right? Right? Because, well, actually, no, it's easy to see. Because the areas you're not supposed to investigate, downtown mansion and hospital, are all, like, red, except for the apartments. So it looks like you shouldn't go to the apartments, but for everything else, like the shadow that's normally on the area is just bright red, so you can quickly tell if the school, the seaside, the forest, the village, the mansion, the hospital, etc., are bad, because they're glowing bright red when they shouldn't be. Because they have, like, this, Does that make sense? Like, look at the forest, right? You can clearly tell that the forest is safe. But if there was, like, the top right of it was bright red, you'd know not to go there. But anyways, we have to go to the school twice for the quest, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we are going to try to play more quickly today, because we've been doing 40-minute episodes recently. And I'll be honest with you, Do not go to the hospital, forest, or the village, so we can just go back to the school. Actually, we can go to the downtown now, which is nice. But, we'll take stamina here because we might as well. And if we can keep following it, we should, but we need to do the side quest before we go into the forest, so that's important. So don't go to the downtown forest or mansion, so we've got a free space right here. You are investigating black sludge. So we can check out the lockers, and then congratulations, we have more money. So then we can head on to the dog, and if we get the compass, we're really happy. But when do we want the compass? Probably around here. I mean, that's a little rough. No, absolutely no pun intended. But 26% Doom on Yagathag, I think that can be a killer. Oh my god, Hidden Cults looks incredibly creepy. Oh no, dude. This is the No Thoughts Head Empty run, oh my god. This is... There are no thoughts, only... Oh, only... I mean, we could get negative knowledge here if we really, like, wanted to. So we haven't taken faith damage yet in the smallest amounts, giving you power where it counts, because we haven't gotten into a fight yet. But our stats are real bad. We might want to go to Fear Festival after this. Oh, it is absolutely too risky. I would never in a million years think to do a knowledge check, to opt in to a knowledge check. Oh my god. Let's go ahead and bonk. Well, I mean, that's okay. That's okay. We got her. We don't really want to take that damage because, I mean, but we're exactly up to 10 again because she did 2 and then we got 2 faith back for defeating Ribcage Woman in single combat, in honorable gladiatorial combat. But our health is not looking good, so I think this is a certified Fear Festival moment. But the problem here is that we heal in Fear Festival by Doom, right? And I don't want to get our Doom up there. So it's a little bit bad, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I'm getting last episode vibes, but our combat should hopefully be better. I don't know. So we gotta level up first mystery. That's really good. So do we want on your own? I think the answer to that is yes. And we just opt to not get allies or get allies who we let go. Because I really don't want to deal with, what do you mean? Oh, for a second there, it's like our stats didn't update, so I was like, what do you mean 6 strength, dude? What do you mean? So, yes, we can, like, we've recovered quite a bit because, you know, faith in the smallest amounts, giving you +1 stamina and reason where it counts, quite literally. Did we get roads closed? We did not. So we really want to go for the tireless bonus now, because we're going to get +2 at the end of every mystery if we do that, assuming our faith holds. But, you know, Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival is really bad for Yashiro, actually, because the Doom will lower his faith a lot from the boss, right? So I feel like we just go ahead and get this one over with, which is a little bit weird. I don't normally say that about Fear Festival, like... And if I reevaluated the characters, to be honest with you, that might affect... Okay, so we just passed up Masafumi. I would like to point out that Masafumi's effect, +1 damage to ghosts, allegedly should work on Yashiro, because we have the bronze crucifix. But the problem is that we have On Your Own. And so we would rather just go with On Your Own instead of... We would rather just go with On Your Own. Which is kinda hilarious, but at the same time kinda sad. So who are we looking for? We're looking for... do dogs count? I mean, we're not gonna take dog regardless, but... Like, dogs dodge the 7th curse thing, right? So here we go, we can take Hermit, and our stats go down, right? But then we can just let Hermit go, and then that's really nice for us, particularly, because that's gonna help a lot with the Doom. But, oh my god, I cannot believe we rolled a natural 1 on the, whatchamacallit. We rolled a natural 1 on a knowledge check. But, you know, being on our own, that gives us slightly, very small thoughts in the brain. Like, we have a little bit of thinking. We have a little bit of brain power left in the tank here. And for some reason, it can perhaps be relied upon, but that's insane. Here's the thing. I'm scared of -3 to all, purely because of faith, the faith mechanic. So we're gonna brace, and, you know, hopefully we hit him. And then, you know, we can just guarantee the 10 damage because we have 7 strength, and that's cool. So that's probably the best way to do it, because I think the way that you play Yashiro is that you save your faith at all costs, right? So this is a perception check, this is a luck check. We'll take the perception check. We're rolling low. Like, I want to say this, we're getting really lucky with the rolls. And so, like, look at that, we made another perception check. We made 2 perception checks in a row. That's really nice. I think we just take the 5% doom here, honestly. Like, unless we're doing, which we should be doing 4 damage per hit, but we might be doing 5. If we're doing 5, then that's what we want. So we're doing 4. But the problem is we're gonna get -6 faith, which could lose us the game here. But then we'd get +2 for getting the mystery, so it's really -4 faith. And then, no, you know what? I honestly think that the compass should be used as long as possible, because the EXP is the killer, right? Like, the EXP is the thing that's gonna get you killed here. So I think we're out. I think we're just gonna have to let Takashi just shoot him. Just, you know, pull the devil trigger, as it were, and then just get an S-tier combo on the occult leader and her followers, and we're just gonna slowly back away and just not have to deal with that. I wasn't paying attention to Winds of Plague, who cares, doesn't do anything. I don't think it does anything at all. It says it does something, but I've never noticed it doing anything, so we're just gonna pretend that it doesn't exist. Do we have an injury? No. Well, okay, we have several injuries, but that's not the point. What I meant is, can we get it cured? And the answer is modern medicine can't help you there, which is a big bummer, dude. You know what would make Yashiro really strong? Some sort of self-healing effect, like Doomed Already. Doomed Already on Yashiro might be busted. But do we try to recover our knowledge? No, not at all. It is a blue option in the village, but we're never going to the village again, so... Well, we might go to the village, like, twice. Max, but maybe. I don't remember what the other mysteries are. Speaking of, the second mystery was Fear Festival, so don't worry about that, I remembered. But I think it's probably just a better idea to get My Weird Collection, because then we get a free thing to throw, allegedly. There are some items that we can't throw, but some items are just really good, so we might as well, right? I'll go ahead and 7 dexterity. And we're getting really lucky with these, so I'm not gonna complain that much. But now that we're at 8 strength, we probably wanna, like, do we start power leveling charisma? Like, if we get leadership, do we try to go for it? If it were any other character, I would say yes, but 140 EXP hits different, man. Like, come on. Like, I mean, I don't really know what to... Like, I mean, 140 EXP is a rough one, dude. So I don't know if we can justify it. If this is an audio-only episode, that's entirely understandable. I want to be real here. Are we recording, by the way? We are, right? Okay, we are. Good, good, good. I never alt-tab to check. And, you know, the one time you don't check is when you get yeeted here. So here's the thing. This is -4 to your faith. So I would rather just take -2 to the faith. And just embrace the monkey. Oh no. Oh no, that's really bad. You hate to see that. So throw that. And then we brace again. And we can't attack him twice. I mean, how unlucky do you gotta be to miss a 90%? But we've been really lucky with events, so I can't really complain. So that does get us there, which is very nice. Thankfully, the Puppet Matron doesn't have that good of accuracy. Now, -2 faith would be a bummer, right? So we have two 95% chances. Thank God for that. I'm actually really happy that we got, that we got Vigil, because Vigil's really good for EXP grinding, because you get 2 fights that are just, like, complete jokes. So the Seal of Bromel is +1 knowledge. We're never gonna use that. Like, I mean, even if we got it for free, I don't know if we'd use it, which is a big insult, but the thing is, we just don't need it. I think that because of the status that we have ×2, it's like, it's just kind of not worth it, right? Now, here's the bummer, though, right? Like, we barely leveled up with that, and we fought 3 times, which admittedly is not that good, right? We fought the 2 guaranteed enemies, and then we fought 1 random enemy, which, yeah, you know what? Admittedly, that's not that great. So we go up to 7 with Charisma. Are we gonna level up again? We are. We are gonna level up again, but wouldn't we just rather take Zeal? Because we're not gonna be at that high a reason level. But we're not really having problems with combat. I don't know, like, you gotta think about it. We have 1 more Roads Closed mystery, and then I don't remember what the non-Roads Closed mystery is. I don't know if it's a boss fight, but I think that we kinda, like, do we value the -3 reason from the lighthouse more than +1 damage? Now, you might be like, oh, but it's also, Zeal is also lowering your reason by 4, so you have less max reason, which is fair. I don't think it'll come up, though, because it doesn't really, and we already are out of Fear Festival, so I think that, I mean, if leadership had a blue option, I might take it, but it doesn't, so we're just gonna go ahead. Like, we'll take Charisma here, so that in the off chance that we have another opportunity to take Charisma, then we have a decent chance. But we're just gonna... We got the Patina Ring. The Patina Ring is Dexterity, so that is actually useful. Yeah? Like, I can't complain about that. So, we have to deal with mermaids. Okay, so mermaids isn't that bad. And before you say you could have done ending A on Botany, you're out of your mind on Harbinger of Doom. Yashiro is probably one of the better characters to do it, unless you have, like... Because, like, the only way to do it is if you were playing, like, Yashiro, or you were using the glitch to have Yashiro's health, and then you had a bunch of money so that you could buy a bunch of consumable items, or, alternatively, have Flesh Regrowth and Memory Extract. One of the 2. So do we have... Roads Closed? We don't, so Freaky features the automatic lock-in. So we managed to get through... all of the Roads Closed mysteries without... whatchamacallit. Don't blink. We managed to get through all the Roads Closed mysteries without getting Roads Closed, which is very nice, by the way, just so you know. Don't go to the hospital, forest, or village. Well, guess what, buddy? We need to go to the mansion. And we can actually do this relatively reasonably because he doesn't want us to check out the masks. You love to see it. Demon Mask and Zeal. Ooh, that's pretty bad, man. Because we have 11 max, so then we go down to... Ooh, that's pretty rough, dude. +1 damage, 7 max stamina. We can definitely put it on before a boss fight, but I don't really want to, No, I think that's too rough. I think it is. I think it's too much. Because we could put it on here, and we'd lose, like, 1 stamina, but I don't really know if it means anything. So, +3% Doom. Our faith is very strong right now, so don't get me wrong, but... Yeah, I think we'll just do the 95% chance for whatchamacallit. So we go down to 22. So, I mean, we could... 3 95% chances, or we're in... I mean, are we in that big of trouble? Not really... Like if we miss, right? Which we didn't. We would go up to 62% and 19 faith, and that's not really a big deal, right? Like, we have faith, so we can play around with it. Oh my god, that's incredible. That's really nice. So Glass Eye just exists. Should you do it? Should you do it? This is just the, whatchamacallit, the opening for... Is the album called Eyes? Like the intro for Eyes, where the guy is trying to make the rainbow eye, but he can't. And then the outro, spoiler alert for an album by Myth and Royd called Eyes. But the intro sequence is like this dude trying to make an eye, but he can't. Because the eye is like emotion or something like that. I haven't listened to it in a while, to be honest with you. I made a playlist without the intro and the outro. But sometimes, like, I'll just listen to the entire album, and the intro and the outro are really nice then. But when you aren't listening to the intro and the outro, it can be a little bit of a bummer. Why do we have 11 max stamina? We shouldn't. We should not. We didn't use flesh regrowth. Zeal is... Hey, wait a minute. No, the question isn't why we have 11 max stamina. The question is why we... Oh... It's an often... You don't usually think about this, but apparently it has... Actions have consequences there. And by our actions having consequences, I mean we are literally a victim of fate in that regard, which is a bummer. So we've got mermaids, and, I mean, usually you can get through mermaids pretty easy. We don't like to do the side quest on mermaids, which is a little bit weird, but I have my reasons. So, you know, you just hate this guy, really. Like, all my homies hate the obsessed man. So I'd like to just deal with him very quickly. Like, on a different character, maybe we could, like, risk it for the biscuit, but I don't even think that I want to do that in this scenario. We never even opened up the monument, is that right? Like, we're just that confident, which is, it's a huge misplay, by the way. Like, I want you to know that that is indeed a huge misplay. So we can do, I mean, this is exactly 20, so if we miss, it's not a big deal. Did we? Yeah, no, the dog is still, we never, we're so confident we never got the monument open, which is a big shame, because, like, literally, we are in the perfect position to use the monument. Like, we literally are. So, it's a bummer that I totally forgot about that, but, so we're not gonna get to 8 charisma, but we can get to 8 dexterity, so that's nice. Yeah, I can't complain about that. Anyway, we can just go ahead and take, I don't want to take charisma here, because we're literally not going to get to it. We're not getting to 140 EXP before the game's over. Like, realistically speaking, strength is the only thing that's going to benefit us here. We're also getting very lucky with Yagathag. Like, this is just a lucky run. Like, we rolled so many. Like we literally just rolled, like, so many ones when we had bad stats, which is like the dream start. And then we do nothing, which is actually a mistake. But we have the lump of flesh, so it's okay. Do we even care about being burned? Like, I don't think Takashi's in this one, right? Stalker mask, be like. Yeah, no, I don't think that... I mean, we could take the... Have we gotten this ending yet? I mean, we could take it. It doesn't matter. I don't know if we've gotten ending E yet. I think we've gotten the end, or sorry, I think we've gotten the ending where you give him an ally, but I don't think we've gotten an ending where we go with him, like, ourselves. So, you know, obviously, and if you haven't seen that before, well, you know, you can either go back to the first time that we did it, or, which is an episode that I don't remember, so that's a very unrealistic thing I just asked of you. But you could alternatively play World of Horror, which is what I would recommend, because it's a great game. Could use a cheeky, very cheeky. Could use an update. Could perhaps use an update, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know how long. Like, when the game finally does get updated, I'm gonna miss the top right corner. Like, the top right corner being different is gonna bother me. Like, how it just won't say 0.9.17H1 anymore. It'll be different. It'll be like 0.918 or like 0.10 or whatever. Is gonna bug me, right? Like, that's gonna bug me. Like, when it goes to 9.18 or like 9.19 or wherever it goes next, but it's gonna bug me. I'm not gonna lie, because like I'm so used to just seeing it out of the corner of my eye, where it's like, yeah, that's what the top right corner looks like, but no, it'll be different. How about we just use a little glass eye as a treat, because we haven't done that as Yashiro before. And here, let me go ahead and switch it to a normal color palette. Oh god, so that you can see what it looks like normally, because I don't think we've ever used the glass eye on Yashiro before. Is this the first time? That looks pretty cool, I'll be honest with you. And we'll just for the sake of tomorrow's episode, we're gonna go back to Monolith real quick, but we'll go to we'll go to Neo, because Neo is tomorrow's color palette. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. We got our... Oh yeah, we had the patina ring, so we didn't even have to level up dexterity, like, once. So, if we got leadership, I was thinking, oh, we'd have to choose between charisma and dexterity checks. No, we just would have had to choose. We would have gotten both of them with my weird collection, which is not something that I say very often. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name's Webweaver. It's a good Yashiro run. We were incredibly lucky. And honestly, like, sometimes the game just decides that you win, and sometimes the game decides that you lose, but most of the time, you play a game that has a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B, and your damage control and decision-making is sort of what plays a factor on whether or not you win or lose. But in World of Horror, sometimes you rarely get that run where the game's just like, you roll ones the entire time, and you have, like, the monkey wrench, and you just have a good time, right? So, I wouldn't really say that there was anything particularly good that we did in this run, because it was just mostly all... We were just reacting to the RNG, which, admittedly, that's like every video game ever, to some extent boiled down, but for World of Horror specifically, it's like... You have... How do I put it? You have it to where sometimes the game is like normal, and you can kind of have like, okay, this is gonna work, this isn't gonna work, this is how the run's gonna go, and then it's sort of how you utilize your very limited resources to get to the end. And then other times, it's like, you're failing all your skill checks, the enemies are hard, your weapon misses every time, and you're not getting the experience that you need to level up, and your resources are gone in like the second mystery, and then you're dead, and then other times it's like, hey buddy, you want to roll ones? And it's like, yeah, sure, why not? So, very easy run, boiled down. There wasn't really a point, like maybe there was like one point where I was like, it's kind of sketchy, like at the very beginning, like, and maybe Fear Festival as well, but nah. Like, I think the only time I was, like, sweating there is you have Hermit being used immediately so that you can retain your stats, and so you're, like, 7 stamina, 6 reason in Fear Festival, and you can't rest anymore. Well, you can, but you don't want to because of Doom, and also the camping in the forest resting is unreliable. It sometimes gives you something, it sometimes doesn't. Anyways, I've rambled on way too long. Thanks for watching, have a good one, stay safe out there, bye.